Hi, it's Stacey. Good morning. I wanted to do a short video for you today. I promised that I would talk a little bit about more of my eliminations. And next time I want to talk about what do I eat? Because sometimes it's easier what I eat versus what I don't eat. But one of the things I just wanted to talk a little bit about was processed food. So that's one of the things that I gave up when I went on this journey, um, with the exception of crackers. That's one thing I kept. Um, Otherwise, generally speaking, if it's processed, I don't eat it. Um, and there's always going to be a few exceptions here and there. But one of the things that I really looked at is the ingredients, and I wanted things that were naturally made. I believe that that'll lead to long term good benefits. If you're eating the things that are grown, and think about growing in a garden. That's what I wanted to do. So I had to shift my mindset a little bit because sometimes I'm in a rush and a hurry, and I did look to, I guess, processed food, but that's one thing I gave up. And the best advice I can give you is I literally went through our pantry, and um, if it was brand new and never used, I gave it away. If it had been opened, I threw it away. Because one of the things that'll make you successful is making sure in your environment that you have the right things in front of you. You're always going to have people around you that are eating other things and think you should be eating other things, or drinking other things. But the reality is, the more you can set up your environment to be very friendly, and I know we're making some of those good choices because even last night, our son asked, he's like, "Can we get some bad food in this house?" And I was like, I kind of chuckled. And I get it. He's young and, wants some of the things that we no longer have. Um, so, I try to balance that. And of course, the answer is yes, you can have this, but you know, do I now have tons of chips sitting around? No, the answer is no. That was my downfall, or popcorn, more my downfall. So I don't have those things sitting around because when they're sitting around and you're hungry, it's very easy to go to that versus a banana. I also make sure on my table I have a huge bowl, um, and it's full of bananas and sometimes oranges, but always apples. And I highly recommend that because if it's in front of you, you'll more likely eat it. And if it's not available, you won't be able to eat it. So I just take it out of the environment. Next time, I'll also talk about going out to eat because that's a whole different animal too. But for now, think about what's in your pantry and think about what's sitting around your house. Think about maybe what you're munching on because I know, oh my goodness, I had such horrible habits. Oh my goodness, it's just so easy to go to my pantry, so easy to smash a bag of chips. Oh my goodness. And when it's there, you'll eat it. So that's my tip for today. And I promise we will look at the ingredients because I think that that's also really important and something I learned along the way. But again, I guess, are we trying to go fast? I guess we'd ask ourselves. And the answer is, yeah, maybe we are. Maybe we are trying to make fast changes. And I did make all those changes all at once, and they were really hard to make, especially those early days. But the reality is, I will again say you have to do what works for you. You may only be able to make one change at a time. And if you can sustain that change for 60 days, it'll continue on. Um, if you're like me, when I was really aggressive about it, I decided to make them all at once. There was no way I could take out sugar and then in a month take out processed foods. It wouldn't have worked for me. So I decided what I'm going to eat and what I'm not going to eat. And that led to really good health benefits. Again, thinking about your heart. So thinking about heart healthy for your 75-year-old self, your 85-year-old self, and also, thinking about getting the weight off. Because obviously, if you're overweight like I was, not everyone is, and you may only be a few pounds. I was a lot of pounds overweight. Getting the weight off is a very good thing. So keep going no matter what you're doing. Keep going because the good choices that you're making of what you're putting in is going to make a huge benefit long term. But that's the one thing I would encourage you to do is really think through what's in that pantry and what's processed and how you can replace that with something else. And like I said, I replaced the chips. I never thought I would be able to do that with apples and bananas, but they're right in front of me. So make it your best day. I'm over here cheering you on. Talk again soon.